Hi there, everyone. Hey, thank you for giving me a day off on Monday. I had reached the end of my rope with the multiple stressors I'm experiencing right now, and I needed a mental health day. I'm guessing that you know the feeling. I'm hoping that you're able to take some time out when you need to, too. I know that's hard right now. So, anyway, today's materials sort of finish up um, the discussion of passing as a stigma management strategy. And then we look at some contemporary studies of stigma management from the Adler text, just to give us a sense of what stigma management can look like in real life situations. Passing is a lot of work. And you may have a sense of this from your own life. Concealing discrediting aspects of one's identity is interactionally strenuous. It can be psychologically and emotionally draining. It can be stressful and anxiety producing and exhausting. It can mean that we feel like we have to lead a double life, or we feel like we have a split personality. Um, Passing often means that the passer can't indulge in the comfort that might come from the presence of the own. In other words, if you're trying to conceal some stigmatized aspect of your identity, you're probably not going to want to hang out with other people who have it. And that limits one's ability to sort of be comforted by being around people who are like you. Um, Passing also leaves us open to hearing what people really think of people like us. Um, because people make jokes about, or gossip about, or express prejudices about people like us. Um, but we can't say anything for fear of revealing that hidden stigma that we have been working so hard to conceal. So passing is difficult, it's risky, it's exhausting, it's a lot of work. And yet, as Goffman says, the great rewards of being considered normal can make it seem worth it to pass. The readings from the Adler book this week and last week, I didn't talk about some of them last week, but I'm talking about them this week in the lecture notes, provide some case studies in different experiences of stigma management by sort of a wide variety of different kinds of people: convicted rapists, homeless kids, male cheerleaders, and biracial people. So for each of these groups, the characteristics of their stigma are very different, and that shapes the kind of stigma management tactics that they have available to them. And so these readings provide some data, some empirical information on what it's like to live with particular kinds of stigmatized identity. They also help us introduce another couple of terms to help understand how those with stigma navigate the social world. These are not Goffmanian terms, but they are helpful. They are deviance avowal and deviance disavowal. Um, I give you the definitions in the lecture notes, and you should look for examples of each of these stigma management tactics in the readings. Okay, I continue to struggle with getting grading done, but I have tomorrow and Friday to finish working on your exams, and I thank you for the forbearance. I will get the questions for exam 3 to you as soon as I come up with them. In other words, I will try and give you even longer to work on them than I had originally announced last week. But until then, you should be working on your final paper. And again, I encourage you to do the best that you can under the circumstances. okay? Because we want to get to the end of this semester and figure out what happens next. So do the best you can with what you got, and we'll get to the end of this semester together, okay? Hang in there, Huskies.